Hey there, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, hi. I'm your name, and I make videos about intentional living, minimalism, and preparing for life's next chapter. Especially as we grow older and begin to think more deeply about what truly matters. Today, we're diving into a topic that so many of you have been asking about lately. What things should you consider letting go of before turning 70? Now, this isn't just another cluttering guide or cleaning checklist. This is about something deeper. It's about making space, not only in your home, but in your heart and mind, for the life you want to live now. Because let's be honest, over the years we accumulate stuff. Some of it useful, some meaningful, and yes, a lot of it just sits there. Old furniture, piles of paperwork, clothes we don't wear anymore, sentimental items we can't quite let go of, and even medicine cabinets full of expired pills. And while none of these might seem like a big deal on their own, together they create weight. Mental weight, physical weight, emotional weight. So today, we're going to walk through 6 types of household items that often get overlooked, but are crucial to declutter before turning 70. Let's take a deep, thoughtful look at each one. I'll share real-life stories, practical advice, and maybe even a little bit of inspiration along the way. All right, let's begin. Outdated and unused furniture. The first thing to consider letting go of before 70 is outdated and unused furniture. Think about it. That oversized dining table that hasn't seen a family dinner in years. The chair with the broken leg that no one ever sits on. That extra cabinet that seems to collect dust faster than anything you actually use. Furniture takes up space. A lot of it. Not just physically, but mentally too. As we age, excess furniture doesn't just make your house feel crowded. It makes it harder to move around safely. More corners to bump into. More surfaces to clean. More mental load every time you look around and see things you no longer need. Let me tell you about George. He was 74 when he decided enough was enough. He'd lived in the same house for over 40 years. Over time, his home had become filled with furniture from different stages of his life. Some inherited, some gifted, some bought out of habit. At first, everything felt cozy and comforting. But slowly, the balance shifted. Cleaning became harder. Moving around felt heavier. And rooms that used to feel warm started feeling cramped. One day, his daughter visited and pointed out something, simple but powerful. You have 5 chairs in your living room, but only 2 are ever used. That small observation sparked a change. George decided to start with one room. He asked himself, do I actually use this? If the answer was no, it went. That broken chair? Gone. The oversized coffee table that made walking around awkward? Out. And with each item he removed, he felt lighter. His home suddenly felt bigger, cleaner, easier to live in. Decluttering furniture isn't about getting rid of comfort. It's about creating space for peace. So ask yourself, when was the last time you used that piece of furniture? Would your life get easier if it were gone? If the answer is no, it might be time to say goodbye. Clothing you never wear. Closets are sneaky. They fill up slowly. Before you know it, you've got hangers upon hangers of clothes you haven't worn in years. Maybe it's a suit that doesn't fit anymore, a dress saved for a special occasion that never came, or those jeans from decades ago that you keep telling yourself you'll lose the weight for. Here's the truth. Your closet should reflect who you are now, not who you were 20 or 30 years ago. I once talked to Carol, a viewer who was 72 at the time. She told me how her closet was bursting with clothes, but she found herself reaching for the same handful of outfits again and again. She had jackets untouched for over a decade, dresses from the 80s, shoes that looked nice but hurt when she wore them. Each morning, she stood overwhelmed by choices that didn't really serve her life anymore. So one day, She decided to empty her entire closet and sort everything into 3 piles. Clothes she loved and wore often. Items that no longer fit or felt comfortable. Things she kept just in case. The 3rd pile was the hardest. These weren't just clothes, they were memories. But as she let go, she realized she wasn't losing anything. She was gaining space. Simplicity. A wardrobe that matched her life now. Letting go of old clothes doesn't mean forgetting where you came from. It means making room for what supports you right now. So if your closet feels chaotic, if you struggle to find what you want to wear, if half your clothes are gathering dust, ask yourself, have I worn this in the past year? Does it fit? Is it comfortable? If not, it's okay to give it away. Someone else will love it, and you'll feel freer because of it. Expired medications and old toiletries. This one is easy to overlook, hiding right under our nose, the bathroom cabinet. We all have them. Bottles of aspirin from years ago. Half-used prescriptions. Skincare products from another lifetime. And guess what? Many of them are expired. Worse yet, some could even be harmful. Medications have expiration dates for a reason. Their potency fades over time. In some cases, taking an expired pill could do more harm than good. Toiletries aren't much different. That lotion bottle dried out? Probably not doing anything for your skin. The sunscreen from 5 years ago? Definitely not protecting you anymore. James, 75, considered himself pretty organized, until he opened his bathroom cabinet one day. Inside, he found expired painkillers, antibiotic ointment tubes that were cracked, and medications he couldn't even remember needing anymore. He spent an afternoon sorting through everything, tossing the outdated stuff, and organizing what remained. And you know what he said afterward? I felt weirdly proud, like I finally took control of something small that actually mattered. So take a few minutes to go through your medicine cabinet. Shred expired meds, toss the old skincare, keep only what you currently use. Your health deserves better than cluttered counters and forgotten bottles. 4. Old papers, documents, and unopened mail. Paperwork is one of the most persistent forms of clutter. It builds up quietly. Bills, receipts, instructions, manuals, unopened mail. Margaret, 73, had a filing cabinet packed with documents from decades ago. Tax returns from the 80s, utility bills, receipts from purchases she couldn't even recall. One day, she tried to find an important insurance document and realized how much of it was completely unnecessary. After sorting everything carefully, she cut her paper clutter in half. Suddenly, she knew exactly where to find what she needed. No more stress. No more frustration. Thanks to digital tools, most records can now be stored online. So ask yourself, do I really need the physical copy of this? Have I looked at this in months or years? If not, it's time to shred, recycle, or digitize. Keep only essential papers, legal documents, key financial records, medical files. Organize them clearly. Label them well. Clear paper clutter, clear mind, plus peaceful home. Kitchen items you never use. The kitchen is another common culprit for clutter. Philip, 76, had cabinets overflowing with gadgets, blenders, food processors, a bread maker he used once, spatulas, spoons, mugs, too many to count. Every time he reached for something, he had to dig through the mess. One day, after knocking over a stack of pans, he decided enough was enough. He asked himself, "Do I actually use this?" Out went. Duplicates, old spices, tools that never worked properly. What remained was a kitchen that felt calm again. Cooking became easier, cleaning quicker. Life simpler. You don't need 10 spatulas to cook a great meal. You only need the ones that work, and that you actually reach for. So check your drawers. Open your cabinets. Ask, when was the last time I used this? Let go of what you don't. need, and enjoy the freedom that comes with clarity. Sentimental items that no longer serve you. Finally, the hardest category: sentimental belongings. Letters from the past, photos tucked away, gifts from loved ones, keepsakes from long forgotten. Travels, these carry emotional weight, which is why so many of us hold on to them, even if they're buried in boxes we never open. Diane, 78, had entire storage units filled with memorabilia. When she downsized, she faced a reality. She hadn't touched most of it in years. At first, she hesitated. Would letting go feel like losing part of her life? But then she changed her mindset. She picked only the most meaningful items: a wedding album, a few letters, a handful of keepsakes. The rest, she either donated or photographed, digitally. And you know what happened? She felt relief. Memories live in your heart, not in objects. Letting go of clutter doesn't erase the past. It makes room for the present. So ask yourself, am I keeping this because it brings me joy, or am I holding on out of guilt? If it doesn't serve you now, it's okay to let go. All right, friends. That was a thoughtful journey. But I hope it offered you clarity. Decluttering isn't about throwing things away. It's about shaping a life that feels lighter, calmer, and more aligned with who you are now. As we approach 70, it's the perfect time to pause and ask, what do I really need in my life today? Which of these 6 categories hit close to home for you? Are you ready to let go of that old sofa? Clear out expired meds? Finally tackle that overstuffed closet? Drop a comment below and share one thing you plan to declutter this week. We'd love to hear your story. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss a new episode. Your support means the world. Thank you so much for being here. Until next time, stay inspired, live intentionally, and take care. Peace and light.